As the team enters spring training in the next few weeks, Swepson has his job cut out for him as the players hit the field and claim their stake in his new vision for Elon football.
Fans at Rhodes Stadium will notice that the head football coach isn't the only new face of the Elon Athletics. Over a year since its groundbreaking in 2009, the transition to the new Alumni Field House is met with much anticipation. Just recently completed, the new Alumni Field House now serves as the headquarters for all Elon Athletics. I sat down with Athletic Director Dave Blank to find out more. Well, it's nice to see you again, Mr. Blank. Thanks for having us in.
Sure.
So can you tell us a little bit about the new field house?
Well, we've been in here since about the 10th of January, so coming up on 2 months. It's been a great addition for our athletic department and for the university. This building has a little over 30,000 square feet in it. It's going to service an awful lot of student athletes, particularly with the weight room that services the entire department.
So how is this field house different from the old one?
In the past, our athletic programs have been spread out all over the place when it comes to meeting rooms and facilities that are kind of auxiliary to our specific sport venues. This field house has great meeting space for all of our student athletes and our football program as well. There's 9 different rooms that can be used for that purpose. So instead of traipsing all over campus and taking your cameras and your VCRs and all your equipment with you, everything is self-contained here. So the amenities are awesome. We have smart boards within our meeting rooms, which will be invaluable to our coaches as they teach the sports.
So how would you say that this field house is different from any other college's field house?
I don't know that this field house is a lot different. There are many places without this, but when you build a building like this and you put it particularly adjunct to a facility like this one is, then it serves that purpose. The ones that we modeled and tried to visit before developing the plans for our building, Alumni Field House, many of those facilities were short in one way or another. They didn't finish a floor, or they didn't have other sports in the buildings. We tried to build something that we thought all of our student athletes could benefit from, a building that would be widely visited and widely used, so the Walker Terrace and Lounge come into play. So we have all the student athletes and many of our boosters and fans that will get to use this building. So I think from that standpoint, maybe there's a little bit of a uniqueness.
Mr. Blank then showed me around Alumni Field House. Our first stop was the Dub and Ann Love football locker room.
Again, you come in and right away, student athletes on the wall. Keep them out front. There's 105 lockers. That's the amount of guys you're allowed to have on the roster, so everybody has their own locker. And the features are kind of nice. You have a lockable box so that you can keep your valuables and stuff in. And then we went with the Kabby style with the open floor. So, but these are built for football players so that a big guy can basically sit in the locker and fit and everything. So it was all done with purpose. And then of course there are showers and sinks and everything. But everything else is just about space and getting yourself ready to play. And team will go out that door to do the work.
That's great. Wow.
Basically, when somebody visits us, they want to know what their locker room, what the football field is going to look like, what the weight room is going to look like. So this facility very much for the sport of football answers all of those questions. So we're very proud of it.
Phoenix Ironworks is the strength and conditioning room for all Phoenix student athletes. It is one of the main selling points for recruiting new athletes and is a big improvement over the old facilities.
All the equipment in there for the most part is brand new. Some of it was refurbished, but you wouldn't be able to pick it out because we had it all redone and painted. It looks brand new, done by design. And then you'll see in just about all of these rooms there's some kind of picture or something to keep the student athlete in the foreground. So as you go through the building, particularly on this floor, in here you can see 6 or 7 big wall boards that have pictures of the student athletes on them. In the hallway you'll see pictures of a wall of champions that represents all the sports. at the other end, you see a football team coming out in the dry ice smoke like they do for every game. So we tried to feature the student athletes throughout the game.
Our final stop on the tour was inside the state-of-the-art training room, complete with a hydrotherapy center.
This is our training room. All of our student athletes can use this. There's plenty of places for taping and therapy and different modalities sitting beside each of the tables. In our hydro areas back here, you got one hot tub and one cold tub. So you want to make sure you know the difference before you go jumping in. So
Yeah.
I prefer the hot one.